Hey, how you guys doing? I hope you guys doing good. I hope you guys doing great. You're listening to the Apocalyptic Optimath channel, and I am the Apocalyptic Optimath, your unhumble and unhumble host for today. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys are having a great day. And yeah, let's begin. Give me a second here. Got one thing I need to do before anything else. Yay! So, are you guys still in the Matrix? Are you guys still falling asleep? Are you guys still listening to what the Illuminati tells you when you don't have to? Because you're asleep and you'd rather go to sleep than being awake. I don't know. I'm just asking. So, like we stated before, we already know that the Illuminati is basically what have we learned from watching my channel? We've learned that the Illuminati are master illusionists and not master magicians. Why is the Illuminati master illusionist and not master magician? Because they don't have access to magic. They can do magic tricks. They can do small amounts of magic, but they don't have access to magic. Why doesn't the Illuminati have access to magic? Because they're pedophiles and rapists and sodomites. So if you want to practice magic, do not become a sodomite or a pedophile or a rapist. So that's the reason why they use illusions. Why, yes. Yes, it is. Um, what else have we learned about the Illuminati? That all of the things that they have were stolen from other cultures and other people. You see, there's a difference between imitating a culture and just straight up stealing shit. Imitating another culture, that's a compliment. But stealing stuff from other people, that's not good. That's not okay. So be careful. Most people, if you're like me and you're unplugged from the matrix, you have to be careful because most people, I don't think people understand the gravity of the situation. I don't think people understand how many people decided to go along with this plan that is not a plan. There is no plan. They acted as if there was a plan, but there isn't a plan. They lied because they're liars. That's what they do. I'm not telling you anything new, and I'm not telling you something you didn't know. But it does seem like there's a kind of confusion going on. Because if you make a deal with the devil, how come you don't expect the devil to act like the devil? There's something peculiar with people. It's like we make these videos and we tell the truth and we air them out and we whistle blow them, but people's reaction is a little bit funny sometimes because they have this kind of reaction where it's kind of like they can't believe that the people that they're with would do or be a certain way. But the thing is, you let evil inside of your house. Why do you think that evil things don't happen if you let evil in your house? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. We shouldn't have to convince people. Like, it's a group that is notorious for child trafficking and all kind of sexual exploitation. But you still let them inside of your house. And you're surprised when somebody tells you so. That doesn't make sense. You knew what you were getting into. You know what you accepted inside of your house. So the consequences, like thereof, are still remains. It still remain the consequences that are gonna happen. I mean, like, you let that kind of evil in your home. It is what it is. You see, the fucked up thing about all of this if I was you, I would not trust grown-ups. I'm not saying all grown-ups are the same, but I wouldn't trust grown-ups. I wouldn't trust grown-ups because we don't know who is part of it or not. And because because there's more of them than there is of us, then we have to assume that everybody is a part of it. So it's basically guilty until proven innocent. You know? I wouldn't trust grown-ups. You know, don't like, so people have kids sometimes, not everybody. But there's some people that have kids and it's just to perpetuate the bullshit. I mean, sure, they act like they love their children, and I'm pretty sure somewhere deep inside they do actually love their children. But there's not enough love for the the thing you have to understand is, like, you're expendable. Well, you're not expendable. If you're watching this channel, you're not expendable. If you found this channel, you're not expendable. But that's what society thinks. Society thinks humans are expendable resources. You're not born out of love. You're born out of necessity. You see, the two people that are looking at you, that call yourself your mother and your father, actually don't care about you. Not that much. Because if you was dead, they would just have another one. If you was dead, they would just have another one. So they don't think, no one really takes under consideration the importance of another human being. It's not like when you're born, your parents like, oh shit, you're born on March 23rd, man, this is special child. Like everything that's March 23rd now is special, and now we have to do research to find out who this kid is, blah, blah. How does this fit into life? People don't think about that shit. What they think about is having the only reason why you're born is because your parents wanted to look like other parents. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up shit. All of this is sinister. Life is extremely sinister, man. People have children for the most heinous reasons. At the end of the day, marriage is an institution. Church is an institution. The government is an institution. All of which is controlled by the Illuminati. They tell us what to think. They tell us what to do. You are born for a nefarious reason. I mean, it's not that bad. All they want you to do is just, graduate and then go to work. So the machine still keeps going. Of course, there's other reasons, but that's too far above your pay grade for you to even think about. So the only nefarious reason that you would understand on the current level that you are in, not speaking to my viewers, would be the fact that you're born to simply go to work and then die. Not all, but most parents train their children to be that way. Children that are born in the Illuminati, like me. I was trained to be a cog in the machine. I was tortured since I was 5 years old. I was beaten and brutalized my entire childhood for no apparent reason. But I'm a rebel, so I never really listened. The worst part is I probably single-handedly saved my sisters because of my rebellious nature. It might not look like it because of XYZ reasons, but I've never encouraged my sisters to accept the kinds of actions and behaviors that were surrounding them. When I was young, I had consciousness. I was conscious. I was conscious enough to know that what was happening wasn't right. So I rebelled. A lot. And I forgave, too. But I did not forget. And, and that's the weird part, because I did forgive them, and I went to therapy and all of that, and I did forgive them for how they treated me when I was a child. But when I came back, they were worse than when we were starting out. Because they have this Illuminati plan, and everybody has to be part of the plan and so on and so on. I don't want to be Illuminati. And it's not, in my case, it has nothing to do with me joining the Illuminati. The Illuminati wants to destroy me because of who I am. So my family are people that are hired and paid to destroy me. And you would think, and that makes you think, it makes you see things in perspective. You know, you're kind of like, oh, I get it now. I'm expendable. Like, I don't matter. So my existence means nothing to you. I'm just a bag of meat and bones to be just carried away. Are you still stuck in the Matrix? It's very messed up, you know, because this is, and me, the scary part about it is you might be in the same situation, but you don't even know, because they're so good at lying. Why am I talking like Christopher Walken? Like, you know, sorry about that. But they're so good at lying that you would never know if that's your case. Because there's different level of understanding. And there are levels of understanding that are lower than some, but even those lower levels of understanding are quite significant. Like, if you understand psychology, if you understand social economics, if you understand taxpayer money, work environment, workforce, not necessarily environment, but the workforce, if you understand those things, how those things congeal together, you will come up with some kind of rebellious nature yourself. Because you will see the unfairness of what's going on. And if you're good at analytics, you will also blame your parents for what's going on. But like I said, this is not the case for everyone. But there is a lot of them. And you might be in the same boat that I am. Let's say I wasn't as smart as I am today. Let's say I just followed everything people would have told me to do. I would be in a very bad situation right now. Extremely bad situation. I probably would have killed myself because of how much torture these people laid on me. So now they're frustrated because I make YouTube videos. So all those beatings that I took since I was 5 years old, you compared those beatings that I took for years to a YouTube video. Alright. Cool. Well, if it's that bad, and I hope it is, even though I know it's not, we're going to keep going. So there's a lot of gay gangsters. There's a lot of gay gangsters. There's a lot of gay familiars. There's a lot of gay club members, you know, because Illuminati is a gay club. No offense. No pun intended, no offense meant. Because I got gay people listening to my channel. But the Illuminati is a gay club. It's a club specifically for gays. The gays are the bosses of the Illuminati. And the gays make everything. They make comic books. They make video games. They make a lot of shit. So they got a lot of power. They make a lot of things. So they got a lot of power, man. So we have to be careful with those guys. And that's neither here or there. What we really want is for children to stand up for themselves. What we really want is for children to wake up. And when I mean children, I don't mean literal children. I mean like 40-year-old men. and down and ascended. So from 40 to 10-year-old, you guys are still children. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in a, how would you say, in the stream of creation, right? In the stream of creation, you're all children. And we still are children because our father is dead. Like, I don't even know if our father even existed. We never met him. And the reason why I say the word father is because you learn the most crucial things from your father. Usually, it's not really the mother that will teach you certain things. It's more the father. The father, by consequence and by default of being a male and having to deal with people, going to work, doing the business, doing the this and that, getting into fights, you know, arguments, you know, managing people, leadership. So the father is the one that's going to give you the most significant words of advice. And we don't have that. And what we read, what I mean by word of advice when I'm speaking in the stream of creation, I mean knowledge, gnosis, comprehension, understanding, higher learning. We don't have access to this because the Illuminati created your parents and your parents created you. You see, this is a lot worse than you think it is. A lot worse. The Illuminati created your parents, and your parents created you. What do you think is in stores for you and your life? Maybe so far you got lucky, but I don't think you're going anywhere nice. I didn't. And I didn't even do anything. I have never assaulted my mother. I have never, well, apart from recently, I've never insulted or assaulted my mother. And yet, she did all those excruciatingly horrible and terrible things to me. I never brung that anger out of her. There's no reason to do anything like that at all. I was a pretty calm kid, actually. And those excruciatingly painful things are still going on today. She just can't stop. She won't stop. Even with police involvement, she's still attacking. Even with police involvement, she's still attacking me. So I don't have any compassion or sympathy for anybody that's part of the Illuminati. And I never will. These people are the worst garbage that have ever existed on Earth. The worst garbage. Narcissistic scumbags. Narcissistic scumbags, bro. Junk, garbage, trash. Shout out to Anna Hathaway and Scarlett Johansson. I don't fucking care if you're married. I don't care. Disgusting is what it is. Disgusting. So, you're not ready. So, my situation is extreme. But the sad thing about what I'm saying is that all of us are living this on different levels. That's the extremely sad part about what I'm saying. And I'm saying this on purpose. Of course, the way I said it, you might not understand. And that's my fault. I'm a little bit frustrated. But what I'm trying to make you understand is that this is generalized. This is a generalized issue. It's not an isolated predicament. It's not an isolated situation. We have a kerfuffle here, guys. We have a kerfuffle. I'm not very worried about the next generation. I mean, the next generation is a little bit... This generation is trying to find itself. And they're gonna find themselves because it's not... They don't have it as bad as we have. Right? Like, my generation's fucked up. We got PTSD. We're taking all kinds of medication for all kinds of shit that we don't even know we had. We got a lot of trauma. We were traumatized by our parents. We were traumatized by our friends. We were traumatized by people around us. We're a very traumatized generation. The next generation don't have those traumas because the next generation is not as stupid as we were. So right now they're trying to mend the old with the new, but eventually they're gonna come to the realization that they don't need to care about the old, and they're just gonna care about the new. And when that happens, everybody is gonna get erased off of the planet, including the Illuminati. These kids are gonna start everything fresh. They're gonna start everything new. People like me will disappear because no one needs a blunt object of force. What we need is progress, intelligent people that are progressive and that are capable of innovation. That's how we're gonna keep surviving, and this world is gonna keep working. It's not gonna work with a bunch of pedophiles and rapists and street gangs, and that's garbage. And it's not even, none of that shit's real anyway. The street gangs are fake as fuck. It was created by the fucking FBI. It was created by the FBI, the CIA, whatever. Some kind of dark CIA, dark FBI program. So gangs are fake. Black culture was paid for and built by Jewish people. So African American culture is fake too. Everything is fake. Everything is fake. All this, and the reason why I'm targeting African American culture is because African American culture influences a lot of society. But that shit is fake, and the fakeness is starting to show. Shit, they're getting gayer and gayer by the moment. The other guy's spitting in this guy's butt. The other guy's sitting there. Those other guys over there, they keep talking about back doors, bro. They keep talking about anal. That's anal, bro. Back door is anal, bro. Motherfuckers wearing their pants all the way down to their fucking legs, bro. To their knees, bro. Motherfuckers got their pants to their knees. I ain't gonna lie, I be rocking that style sometimes. But that shit's weird. You can't see my ass. My pants are to my knees, but you can't see my ass. Because my t-shirt covers my ass. Shit is getting gayer and gayer by the second. The other guy sucking dick on OnlyFans. It's getting gayer and gayer by the second. And the worst part is, I warned you guys that this shit was gay. I fucking warned you. I told you that shit's gay. I don't know how many fucking videos I made saying that shit was gay. And I learned that shit the hard way. That's the thing too, because when I was younger, I used to hunt people for a living. Facts. I used to hunt people for a living, bro. And I just noticed from being in the street, I'm like, why is all these dudes always attacking women? How come I'm never in a situation where it's a dude that's in trouble? It's always women that's in trouble. You sweat. Like, at first I didn't even notice. I was like everybody else. I was like, you know, oh, they're evil, so they attack women. You know, I didn't think much of it, you know. But one day I kind of sat down and I had to think for 2 seconds, because I'm kind of like, I am a human. Because, okay, you're hunting, you're saving lives, you're beating people up, fine. Everything is hunky-dory, right? Cog in the machine, right? Perpetual motion machine, right? Perpetual motion behavior, right? But one day you got to sit down and think about it for 2 seconds, which I did. And I was kind of like, well, I'm a dude, right? Because you got to tell yourself this at some point. You can't just be a blind Punisher type character where you're not even human. You're like the embodiment of justice itself, right? And you're just not even a human. You just, you know, no, I'm a human, right? So I got to think for 2 seconds. And the motherfuckers I be attacking, they're human too, right? But that's the fucking problem. You see, that's the fucking problem right there. Because if he's human and I'm human, that means the shit that's in my head is in his head. and the shit that is in his head are in my head. What's in their head is in my head. Rape is in my head. Now, facts. Pedophilia and rape is in my head. I ain't never gonna do it, but it's there. You know? But the fucking weird part is, the parts that's in my head, it don't look like it's in their head. And that makes it very bizarre. Because you're kind of like, well, there's like 60,000 of these motherfuckers, and all of them are obsessed with attacking women, and that is it. They don't do nothing else. They don't do nothing else. Nothing. So at some time in point, you gotta be like, well, this nigga gay. This nigga has to be gay. These motherfuckers are gay. Why is it so important for them to attack women? Why don't they do other things? Why don't they sell drugs? Why don't they steal stuff? Why don't they steal somebody's car? Why doesn't he fucking steal jewelry? Why doesn't he rob a bank? Why doesn't he fucking sell more drugs? Why doesn't he rap? Why doesn't he become a rapper? Why doesn't he become a rapper so he can sell drugs? Why doesn't... No. Every fucking situation is these motherfuckers attacking women. So now you gotta use statistical analytics, right? If 80% of these guys are strict in the list, there's 20 things that a gangster could do. There's 80% males over there. 80% of males over there rather attack specifically women and do nothing else that's in the list. You're gay. You are gay. you know, like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, you are gay. Like, you know, and that's it, and that's all. You know, there's no if and buts about it. There's no talking about it. That you're gay. Because you can't tell me all of you guys that strictly hang around just dudes, that only trust dudes, that only want to work with dudes, and then all you dudes band up together and then attack women. That's fucking gay. That is the that's like you like that's like the holy trinity of being gay right there, bro. Like that's like you can't get more gayer than that. Like, you literally cannot get more gayer than that. So, anyways, man, I'm just saying. And the thing is that you don't understand is that if the culture is fake and it was made by the Illuminati and the Illuminati gay and let's take a break from there. So let's skip a couple of years. Now people are starting, a lot of these guys are really starting to out gayer than they used to. Do you get the picture? Are you starting to understand? No, you don't. You don't. You don't get the picture. You don't get the picture, man. So women are a resource. They're just meat. Just like you. You're just meat. The Illuminati treats humans like meat. You're meat. They're meat. We're all meat. Nothing more, nothing less. Soylent Green. You don't matter. You're expendable And all these beautiful women are expendable too. It doesn't matter what happens to them, and it doesn't matter what happens to you. And you still like these guys too. That's the worst part. Like, you still want to, you know, even though you know how horrible and heinous these guys are, you still want to still hanging on. Anyways, man, mind you, I'm not talking to my viewers. I know the people that watch my videos, I know you guys are like me, so I'm not worried about that. But I want to brainwash you to think like me, because I don't want you to walk around thinking that these fucking people are real, because they're not. They are not. I, unfortunately, became a god. But you know what made me a god? Risking life and limb for a person that I barely knew. That's what turned me into a god. It wasn't grimoires. It wasn't books. Risking my life turned me into a god. The reason why I'm capable of practicing technomancy is because I risked my life. To be able to, it was one fucking hell of a gamble. Which I had a lot of confidence in, but it was a gamble. It could have not worked, but even if it didn't work, I would have just revert back to other types of magic anyway, so it didn't matter. But I still risked my life to figure out, because I went in. I fucking tried it. And it turned me into a god. So what I'm trying to get at here is, if you don't know who to trust and who to follow, subscribe to my channel. Leave a like. Comment. If you don't know who to follow. If you know who to follow too, subscribe anyway. It doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to say is, right now I don't look like much. But in the coming future, I will rule. I will rule over everything. I will become, I'm already king, because Lucifer already laid out the plan in front of you. Because Lucifer was working with me when we brung you these things. Like, the queen. Bishop takes queen. Right? He laid out the terrain for me. Lucifer wants me to rule over everything. It's not just Lucifer. All the gods want me to rule over everything. So right now they want me to have a lot of confidence. Right now they want me to have knowing and no doubt. It doesn't matter, I'm telling you. It doesn't matter what god I go to. They all want me to be king. I go see Lucifer, he wants me to rule the world. I go see Odin, Odin wants me to rule the world. I go see Kali, Kali wants me to rule the world. I go see Kryptara, Kryptara wants me to rule the world too. I don't know why. They all want me to rule the world. because I'm better than them. And I can teach you things that will blow your fucking mind away. I can show you a better path than whatever the fuck these guys was talking about. And it's not because I'm better than you. I'm definitely better than the Illuminati. You know, I'm definitely better than the Illuminati. That is for fucking sure. It doesn't take that much to be better than the Illuminati, actually. All you have to do is be a regular person and you're already 100 times better than the Illuminati. You know what I mean? So me, it's overkill, you know. You should come with me, not because I'm better than you. You should come with me because you are a piece of the puzzle. And I am a piece of the puzzle. And once we all come together, we'll be able to see a lot clearer. But right now, all the puzzle pieces are scattered all over the place. And one of these days, these puzzle pieces will have to come together. You see, this notion of being by yourself in isolation and all that, that's also Illuminati garbage. That's not what you're supposed to do. That's not how humanity created itself. Humanity did not evolve by everybody working by themselves in the one corner. No, we bend up together and we build together. That's how we created America. That's how we created Canada. That's how we created Germany. That's how we created China. That's how we created Africa. That's how we created everything. Is by coming together and working together. Mind you, working together doesn't necessarily mean that you're right next to the person, but you're working towards a common goal. So you might be in your house and this person might be in their house, but both of their work are for the same thing. And people forgot that. They forgot it. And they don't work like that anymore. And they don't know how to work. They wait for the Illuminati to give them instructions on what to do next. People can't think for themselves anymore. People are afraid to think for themselves. I'm Peter Pan. I'm wearing green. I'm wearing a green shirt and I call myself Peter Pan. Pan being the guardian of the forest. And we all know Pan is Lucifer, and Lucifer's other name is Guardian of the Forest. That's actually one of Lucifer's names. So, and Lucifer will take your children. You see, Lucifer is not a pedophile. The reason why Lucifer and Lilith will come and carry your children away is to raise them. Or in the classic romanticized vision of Peter Pan, to make them immortal. You see, you're trying to destroy your children. I'm trying to make them immortal. What I'm saying is fucking crazy. But it's the truth. You want to sacrifice your children. You want your children to listen to only you. You want to be on top. You have ego. Me, I want them to live. I want them to be free. I want them to be immaculate and immortal. I want them to be eternal. And you should want the same thing for your children. You should want your children to be eternal. But no, you want them to work and obey. Well, we're not obeying anymore, and we're not working anymore. So you're gonna have to give us something better than that. That's me. I know. I'm gonna let you guys think it over. I'm gonna let you guys think it over. I'm gonna let you guys digest this information. But I'm not the only Peter Pan out there. You might be a Peter Pan too. Who knows? You guys have seen the signs in nature, in politics, on TV, with celebrities. I will be king. I already am king. I'm already king. I will build my throne inside of the halls on top of the house of the Illuminati. From the rubble of their destruction, I will rebuild anew. People will learn things that they were supposed to learn decades ago. People will have power. People will have freedom. And they will have independence. They will be able to go off on their own and do their own things if they please. And they will have the means to do so. Just like Middle Earth. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be as it was supposed to be. This needs to stop. If you don't know how evil the Illuminati are, I am a child born in the Illuminati. It's pretty fucking evil. It's really fucking evil. So it needs to stop. It needs to go away. And anyway, ask anybody that was born into an Illuminati family. Most of these kids are gonna be like, yeah, they're pretty fucked up. You know, because some people had it worse than me. Like some kids are like born in cages and shit. Like, you know, so that's facts. They have kids in cages and shit and all kinds of weird shit, man. Like, you know, so they're pretty fucked up people, man. And they fuck up regular people too, because you're learning from them. You're gaining your information from them. The rumors and the memes and the rumors come from them. You know, you might not be interested per se in what they're saying, but their words are still swimming in your mind, you know, inadvertently, because the radio's open while you're working, or you're driving home and you're listening to the radio, or you're watching TV, or a car is parked in front of you and he's listening to the radio, or you're hearing two people's conversation. Like, so there's no escaping this. It's like the hand of God. They're everywhere. They're everywhere because they made everything, or they infiltrated everything. That's why they have access to the electricity. I told you guys to fire these guys, to remove everybody that you can't, because it's a family-owned business. But somebody needs to make a deal to buy the electricity, or to force them out, a corporate takeover or a corporate shutdown. Because it's not, we have evil electricity. We don't have good electricity. And the reason why that is because good electricity would have came out of Nikola Tesla. It would have been AC current, I think. But Nikola Tesla didn't want to charge anybody for electricity. And the Illuminati thought that was fucking crazy. So they ruined Nikola Tesla, because he was going to give everybody free Wi-Fi and free electricity. So they ruined him. Or they tried to. Until this day, they're still trying to ruin his reputation by saying that he died alone and poor. He died at 60 years old. I guess, you know, everybody has to die one day. And they're proud of it. You know, they're proud to have ruined a person. They're proud to have ruined the person that wanted to give free Wi-Fi and free electricity to everybody on Earth. They're proud of it. To them, that was good. So now we pay for electricity. So Bell Canada, who's a company that's named after Graham Bell, now offers phone services. But they're also one of the biggest company for internet providers and things of that matter. Also Illuminati. So Graham Bell and what's his name again? Eureka guy, I forgot his name. Benjamin Franklin and all those guys, whatever. All Illuminati. Now, mind you, it's not that Nikola Tesla didn't have Illuminati friends, which he did. I think he was part of them too. But he was more preoccupied with his inventions than the ridiculous nonsense that these people talk about on a consistent basis. And the proof is in the pudding, because his electricity is better than the electricity that we have today. So we need to make a move and make a corporate takeover of the electricity utilities section. Bell Canada has to be removed. Hydro Quebec. I don't know AT&T Canada. I don't know who provides the electricity in the United States. I ain't gonna lie. But all these guys need to quit. Because they're going to keep threatening us with electricity, since that's the only thing that they can do now. Because people are waking up and nobody's interested in what they have to say. And the young generation is definitely not going to listen, because this generation is way too intelligent for them to listen to whatever your fucking bull crap, nonsensical, retard bullshit that you're talking about. They're not interested. So now the only thing they can do is cut the electricity off. Because ain't nobody listening. But the thing is, people are not listening to you. It's not because of Jesus. It's not because of me. It's because you're stupid. Because if you were smart, people will still keep listening to you, regardless if I existed or not. Personally, I don't think I'm that smart. Shit, I don't even think I'm that clever. So that just goes to show you how stupid these guys are. But it's facts, though. I mean, I'm pretty smart, but not that much. You know, like, not that much. You know, but I'm pretty fucking smart. I'm pretty up there. I have a high IQ, but still, you know, like, you know, it's, you know, I might have a high IQ, but there's a bunch of you, and all of you are fucking stupid. So, you know, the devil is in the details, man. The devil exists. You can't tell me all these fucking idiots is not proof that the devil doesn't exist, bro. How come they're all stupid? Like they have some kind of spiritual limitation or something. How come they're not all smart? Like what's up with that? That's kind of weird. That's kind of sus. And the thing with the parents, it's scary. I mean, you're living in a horror movie, man. Like, you're living in a horror movie and you don't even know it. Some of you might know it, but not everybody knows. Not everyone knows. Some people are clueless. They have no idea. They couldn't even, they like nothing. Like, they don't even see it. They don't even see the horror around them. Or maybe they choose not to. But it's not I mean, no one, that's bullshit. No one would think that their parents would do something so despicable and heinous. And yet, we did. So I understand people that don't think that that would be the case. But unfortunately for you, it doesn't matter what you think. It is. It's reality. It's the Matrix. It's Neo. It's Mr. Smith. It's the Oracle. It's that is that. The Matrix is what I'm talking about right now. That's also part of the Matrix. You see, there's different layers of understanding and there's different levels of understanding. This level is pretty high. And I probably shouldn't even say it. 50-50. 50-50. But that's the matrix. That's the system. That's part of how this all works. You're a cog in a machine. How do you... I mean, do you understand what you're saying? You're saying you know you're a cog in a machine, so that means you know what has been done to you. You didn't become a cog in a machine by yourself. You were raised to be a cog in the machine. All of us was raised to be a cog in the machine. Some people were raised to become gangsters. And their space as being the number one gangster was already laid out. They didn't have a choice. I mean, they did have a choice, but they didn't know that they had a choice. As a matter of fact, they didn't even know that they were doing exactly what people wanted them to do. So if you're a real rebel and you're in that situation and you notice that people are trying to make you into something, then you should not be that thing if you're a rebel. So instead of becoming a gangster, you should not become a gangster. Instead of not being a gangster, you should be a gangster. You know? Nah, fuck it. That shit's dead, bro. That shit's dead, man. Off the back. That shit is dead, bro. It's dead. The streets is dead. The streets is dead, dude. And anyway, everybody that's in the street right now is Illuminati, regardless. Because all the OGs are old. And they don't give a fuck anymore. People don't like drugs as much as they used to, like back in the 90s. So that's why these guys are out here raping until everything in sight until next Sunday. People don't take that much drugs anymore. People don't buy drugs, man. Nobody buys drugs, bro. Like, people are sober, man. The streets is dead. And they got replaced. You know. And you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want, but...
You are the only power in this world.
Right? Some people, some rappers, if you look at the Illuminati and the celebrities and the rappers, some rappers make it, some rappers don't. And what's the major common denominator between rappers that make it and rappers that don't? The rappers that don't make it, they're the realest motherfuckers on earth. Like, look at, you know what I mean? Like if you look at King Von, died. Fucking Pop Smoke, dead. King Von, dead. Tupac, dead. Biggie Small, dead. All the people that used to be real as fuck, dead. All those guys was gay though, but they were real as fuck. They were acting real as fuck. You know what I mean? Like the baby almost got killed. The baby almost got killed, bruh. The baby came close. The baby came close with that gay shit because he was talking reckless. The baby was talking reckless in these shows, man. He was talking about fucking gay this and gay that. They calmed his ass down. Fucking Boosie, same shit. Boosie was talking reckless. He was talking, saying gay this and gay that. Now Boosie has not spoken about gay people in a very long time. And you want to know why Boosie's fucking lucky as fuck that he didn't get killed? Because you know, I know these guys. By now, I know these guys, right? I'm going to tell you, the exact day where they wanted to kill Boosie is when he started to talk Boosie Badass. Is when he started talking about Dwayne Wade, the Miami Heat basketball player, with his son. You know, he was okay with his son chopping his dick off. Right? And then Boosie made a video and he was like, hell no. But that's fine, and it was funny, but he was too animated. He was too adamant on it. Like, you meant it, bro. Like, you meant the hell nah, bro. And those gay people that you be working with, they ain't had that. Yeah, Boosie, I thought Boosie was a real nigga. And you wanna know when I realized Boosie was bitch? I'm gonna tell you when I realized Boosie was bitch, man. When they, yeah, Boosie's fine. I don't fucking care. He's still my dude. But when he went on Drink Champs, you know, they punked him. He got punked, bro. You know, he got punked. He was Boosie's a bitch. Like, you know. So nah, but for real. But he lacking. Boosie's lacking. Especially right now, he lacking. And the reason why I'm gonna tell you why. He went on Drink Champs. Because the real nigga, this is the thing. There's bosses, there's certain things that you can't do around bosses. There's certain behavior that you should never undertake around a real boss. You are going to get murdered. Okay? There's only one way this story ends. It ends with you in a body bag. And that's why I knew Boosie wasn't real. Because they tested his gangster. He went on Drink Champs, and then they got a gay guy there. You see, it's not about being homophobic. It's not about hating gays or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. It's just there's a certain way to approach a nigga. You're not gonna come and walk on my fucking territory, which is Drink Champs, because that's hip hop, and Noriega's a OG, and Boosie Badass is a OG. Alright? Way back in the 90s, and from way back in the 90s, now you're on my territory. But this gay guy is basically saying, nah, this is my territory. And a real boss can't have that. You can't do something like a real boss will talk to a gay guy, but you gotta approach him in a certain manner. You gotta approach him in a certain way. That was disrespectful. I'm surprised nobody got killed. I'm surprised. But you want to know what? Everything is owned by the gays. So Boosie could not act like a boss, because at the end of the day, the real boss in that room was that fucking gay guy that he was talking to. I'm never gonna join the Illuminati, bro. Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna lose all that power, all that notoriety for gay shit. So I can get disrespected on live television. And people are gonna let it slip because it's Boosie. But niggas like me, they're not gonna let that shit slide. We know stuff. We from the streets too. We know the codes and the conduct. Bruh, you know we ain't gonna let that shit slide. I mean, we're gonna let it slide, but we're not gonna let it slide at the same time. You know, we're not gonna shove it in your face, but that still happened. And there was no consequences and repercussions. And I understand you can't really act up like that on the gay guy though, because he's gay. And then if you do something, it's gonna look like hate crime and shit like that. And I'm not for that either. I'm not for hate crimes. I am not for hate. I do not condone hate crimes, man. I don't condone it. But in the streets, that would have landed this dude a one-way trip to heaven. If this nigga would have done that shit with real niggas, it would have landed him a one-way trip to heaven. Am I offended by it? Yes. Yes, I am. Because I would not do something like that. I would not approach a boss in that manner or in that fashion. So it's really fucked up to see a gay guy that's frustrated, even though he got a bunch of money and he rules everything and he owns the fucking website and he owns the fucking studio, to be pissed off because Boosie don't appreciate Dwayne Wade's optional circumstances with his child's penis. That is what I call bullshit, for lack of better terms. Anyways, it is what it is. I still like Boosie. I'm playing Boosie. Don't be mad at me. I'm playing. But that was fucked up. There's no but. That was fucked up. That was fucked up for him, because I know what happened. Like, I know everything that happened. I know why he acted like that. I know why they did that. I know the whole thing. But it's messed up, man. And I want to say you should have done something, but I know that you can't, because there was no winning in that situation. But you should have stood your ground in the show, though. You should have said something. You should have said something. You should have been like, yo, why didn't you, like, hook me up outside? Like, I didn't even know, like, what are you doing? Like, you know, I don't fucking care that you're gay, bro. I'm talking about Dwayne Wade chopping off another man's penis, bro. I don't fucking care. You should have said something. Not a big thing, because I know they're gonna kill your ass. But that's when they wanted to kill you, though. Like, and they decided to talk to you instead of killing you. But I don't know, not a big thing, but a little something, just, you know, because you didn't say nothing. You just, you know, you just rolled with punches, man. That's not what bosses do. Bosses don't roll with no goddamn punches, Nicky. Bruh, like, that was for real. Like, don't roll no fucking punches. Okay, maybe we're not in the good space or placement to enact our regular behavior. But man, you gotta say something. You gotta, you know, just a little something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, you could have called me before coming on the show, some shit like that, or, you know, or a quick whip, or, you know, some bullshit, you know, just to let him know that, hey, man, like, what the fuck? You're not happy about this, you know? Because I wasn't happy about it. That shit pissed me off. Why you? He rolled up on you, bro. He rolled up. How you gonna roll up on a nigga? Anyway, that was fucked up, man. That shit was fucked up, bro. Anyway, I'm sorry. I get emotional. I'm sensitive. I'm a sensitive person. I'm a sensitive person, so the things offend me, you know, easily. I get easily offended. So there's a lot of gay shit, unnecessary gay shit, and like I said, he almost died. They would have killed him, because and like I said, as I was saying, bro, he almost died, bro. I swear to God, he almost died. Boosie almost died. I don't even think Boosie knows how close he came to dying. I don't even think he understands that. Anyways, well, maybe he does, because he hasn't been on gay people's ass in a minute, but I don't know. And there's no need to be on gay people's ass anyways. to be honest. Pause. Off the back, pun intended. Because my issue originally wasn't with the gays. I thought the problem was the devil. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I thought the devil, when I was younger, I thought the devil existed and he wanted to kill everybody. So I thought he was the problem. And then I grew a little bit older and realized that God is the problem. And he is a huge fucking problem, but he's not necessarily the most active issue in all of this. And now I'm starting to notice that the huge and biggest problem that the world has are gay people. And that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. And it's sad too, because I was ready to accept gay people a long time ago. I never even have a problem with gay people, man. I was ready to accept gay people. I didn't think I didn't see them as an issue, but I was wrong. But the thing is, the weird thing, and you might be in this particular predicament, right? Because it's not like I didn't know about history. It's not like I didn't know that Romans were hella gay. It's not like I didn't know that Romans were super gay. I just didn't think, I mean, like, Romans are super gay, Romans are super gay. You know, shit happens. You got money, blah, blah, blah. You know, I didn't think it was an Illuminati fucking thing. So basically, the same niggas that controlled Rome are the same niggas that are doing shit today. This is Rome. This is Rome, bro. It's Rome. Super gay shit. And they're just as bad and corrupted and all kinds of shit. And you know, can I be sensitive for 2 seconds? You know, I understand that younger women might be attracted to older men. Whatever. I don't know why, but whatever. You really shouldn't. It's really not good for you. It's not good for your health. You know, it's a double standard. Like, an older woman can go for a younger kid. It's not nothing bad gonna happen. But an older man, like, it's like, if you're, most dudes that are interested in younger women already have bad intentions. Right? And it's not bad intentions that you're gonna see personally yourself. But he carries that energy in him. And it's not just the women's reproduction organs that hold energy. Our testicles too. Our testicle holds energy. That's where the life-creating effervescence comes from. It comes from our testicles. So we don't have a vagina, we have a sac. So it's inside us, it's outside. You have your ovaries, we have our testicles, right? It's the same thing. Ovaries and testicles is the same. It's just yours are in the inside, ours are in the outside. And those things hold a lot of power. Those things create life, right? But the thing is, energy is mutable. And what mutable means is that it is prone to change, right? It can change. So if a person has good intention, his energy is going to be positive. If a person has ill intention, his energy is going to be negative. So you're consuming this man's energy, and it's a negative energy that's pouring into you. But hey, you can do whatever you want. I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. You can do whatever you want. But at least I'm just trying to let you know how things work, And there's also this very sad thing that people are very prone on doing nowadays is just to basically not give a fuck, and that is disturbing. Because I keep thinking about Rudy Giuliani the other day, and that shit is fucked up. I know people swept it under the rug because he's Donald Trump. He was Donald Trump's friend or some shit like that. But that was fucking messed up. All these guys are into young girls. All of them. They don't respect women. They don't care about women. They fuck underage girls. I'm gonna throw my name in the hat here, and I'm gonna, just because I don't want to feel left out, and I don't want to seem like I'm trying to be better than you or some shit. But younger women look good. I mean, I don't have an issue with younger women. I'm not disgusted by younger. Well, it would depend on the age, though. Because I don't see I don't know. I don't know, man. I am a sexual deviant. Okay, I'm a sexual deviant, so I just don't see myself. There's certain things in my deviancy that I don't see myself doing with a underage woman. But then again, it would depend on the age. It would depend on how old she is, Because I don't see myself burying my head in some 12-year-old's pussy. And I don't want anybody under 12 years old to be sucking my penis. I don't even want a 12-year-old to suck my penis. It's kind of weird. It's weird. It is weird. It's weird. You're too young to be doing this. And I'm too old to be asking you to do that. Like, I'm not. So this is. So right now it's normalized and everybody's doing it. I don't know if people are sucking each other off. I don't know that much. I'm just thinking. I mean, like I said, I'm not, completely cut off from the idea. A pretty young woman is a pretty young woman at the end of the day. But I just don't see myself, if she's too young, I don't see myself eating her fucking pussy. And I don't see her sucking my dick. And I think that would be okay. But this is the problem. I'm a sexual deviant. So, dick sucking is important. I'm a sexual deviant, man. Like, so that's important. Eating pussy less, but it's fun, from time to time, So like I said, now it's normalized. People care less and less, and I don't know, maybe they should care. Because I don't think, especially with the kind of men that we have today, I don't, like, back in the 90s, oh yeah, 100%. I would be with you 1000%. I would totally be with you. Back in the 90s, younger and older couple were real couples. They fucking loved each other, man. They loved each other, man. They didn't know what love was. They didn't understand what was going on. But one thing's for sure, they fucking loved each other. They would fight for each other. They will fight. If you saw a couple like that back in the 90s, they would have fought the entire universe so they could stay together if they had to. That is facts. I've seen it multiple times. That's facts. But people today that we have, man, like, no, never. Like, you can't even trust the guy. Everybody's Illuminati. Everybody's trying to do some stupid bullshit. How can you trust that he really likes your daughter? And even if he said it, like, no. No. Like, not the man of today. Not the man of today. No. It's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. It's not even that I don't want to, it's just too dangerous. It's too dangerous. And we have to think about the stream of creation, which is something that no one thinks about. And I understand why you never think about it, because nobody ever told you how important it is. I understand that. You graduated from high school, you graduated from university, you found yourself a job, and now you're going to sleep. I get it. But seriously, if we just take into consideration the collective consciousness and the stream of creation, as one would say, we're the ones guiding the water. It's not Jesus, pardon me for saying. It's not God. It's not Lucifer. It's us that decide where these waters go. And we're not taking care of the water. We're not directing the water. And we think that a group of hypersexualized gay retards are going to lead us, are going to direct the water. They don't direct the water either. No one does. But people should, but no one does. These guys don't know what to do. They're just gay. They don't know what to do. They can't think. All they have in their heads is penis. Penis, 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 penis. They can't think. So you can't rely on them to guide the waters. They don't know. They don't know more than you do. And the way to guide the water is by being yourself. It's by understanding you're the boss. You're the one that says, I want the water to go this way. And it will start out small. If you decide to do so today, it'll start out small. You're going to make small decisions that's going to have small impacts. But as you grow and become better at it, as deciding things and being yourself and knowing yourself, knowing thy enemy, right? Then your impact will grow. Your opinion will be more important. And then the Illuminati is going to try to stop you because you're becoming powerful and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And this is why we should come together, so shit like that don't happen. And it's not necessarily about coming together, but we should at least live in the same area. I mean, like, you know, because I keep seeing this recurring message, walking shouldn't hurt. And I think it's a message directed towards me, because That's facts. Because walking, currently, right now, walking is hurtful to me. Like, walking hurts, bro. I don't do nothing but walk. And it's a constant hassle. Walking shouldn't hurt. You're just walking. You're not beating people up. You're not attacking stuff. You're not burning trash cans or, killing cats and shit. No, you're just fucking walking, and it's insanely hard to do. It shouldn't hurt. Walking shouldn't hurt, man. So I'm gonna stop the video right now. I think Lucifer would like to say hello. Cryptara too. They saying hi. Hi guys. So tell them hi. And leave a comment. Subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.